Isn't that Frank Thomas?
Yeah, the big hurt.
Wowza.
Hun.
Frank Thomas, are you banging people's wives?
Frank Thomas?
Hi there.
Well, you look like you could still be playing.
How long has this been going on for?
I know, right?
Have you seen that commercial with Frank Thomas's advertising that male product?
What's your secret?
Nugenix Total T.
And at the end of it, he says,
Here, try a bottle. And trust me, she'll like it too.
nigga, how do you know?
Wish my husband used it.
This nigga's dropping off his Louisville Slugger in your wife's pants.
He can, it's easy, just in the text.
I knew they called him the Big Hurt for a reason. Frank Thomas definitely slid in the home base. That's what it sounds like.
Wowza.
Hun.
That's what it sounds. That's what it's looking like.
And trust me, she'll like it too.
Nigga, don't you ever raise your eyebrows at me like that again, boy. Talking about some sexual product to me and my wife. Man, you been in my house? Man, what color's my sheets?
I know, right?
You used to play for the Chicago White Sox when I was a kid, man. You was a hero.
You look like you could still be playing.
And now, I guess you kind of still are.
I'm feeling a lot stronger and leaner with a lot more energy and drive.
Don't be paying for dates with Frank Thomas and your wife, boy. Don't buy no Nugenix. Trust me.
And trust me,
I ain't buying it. Sorry, Frank.
Yo, what's up? We back with another edition of the best podcast you never heard of, the Conceited Nobody. This is episode 166. We are here cruising, moving, and grooving. That's a lot of episodes. And not just a lot of episodes. It ain't just we standing in the line hitting layups and shit. We shooting from half court. Juvii done from the 3-point line a couple times. Yeah. Jason out here shooting shit with his eyes closed and shit effortlessly. We in here. I was thinking, man, we're gonna chop it up definitely sometime off air to discuss if we're gonna do something for 175, which will put us at 9 episodes away, or are we gonna wait for 200, or are we gonna do both? Something to think about.
That's good.
Little pop quiz I just threw on y'all real quick.
Okay.
You already know I am. This is Latour's, aka Heartthrob Harrison, aka Darcy and Thanos, aka Fan of Facts, amongst other. Also known as, we about to have a fantastic show as usual. Am I right? We got the man with the master plan. This is a special day. He came here looking very astute. Got his Malcolm Littles on. He came looking pretty debonair, looking very mature.
Detroit Reds.
Hey, looking very distinguished. That nigga like he want to say something real fucking elegant and smart. Like he got a solution for all the ills and the pitfalls of the world.
The most humble brother Juvii. The most esteemed humble brother Juvii.
Hey, what you call it?
The most esteemed humble brother Juvii.
Call me Brother Jahal.
Brother Jahal.
Jahal.
Ain't no J's in Hebrews wouldn't call him Brother Jahal. Shout out to Juvii, man. Very special day. His birthday today. Renaissance motherfucking Juvii. His birthday is today. How you feeling?
Man.
You feel old? How your knees feel? Your lower back? Are you in pain?
Hey,
Me the back
right,
gathering.
definitely. I'm feeling good though, man. My of course my legs, man. You know, my legs getting stronger actually.
You got the mega knees.
You know, I'm getting there, man. We kind of kicked it. We kind of turned back a little bit because me and my coaches got to thinking. Cause it was like just thinking how some fighters been sort of kind of flat. You know what I mean? Some days, like especially in the last few weeks. Man, we got to think of like, man, we just been in training camp for like 6 months.
That's
You
crazy.
know what I mean?
That's
So,
crazy.
so we had to all just like really talk and like, what the fuck do you do in the morning? What do you do in the morning? Okay, then we gotta start breaking this shit up and like, you know, not coming in here and working everybody like dogs every single day. That's what we be doing like 6 days out of the week.
Oh, gotta eat, right?
6 days out of the fucking week, bro. Like, you know, been training this long, so we toning it back. They don't kind of kick it back up. It's like shit, we there 24 minutes, 6 rounds and shit.
For people who don't know what we're talking about, Juvii is a professional boxer, but fuck that for now. We talk about this nigga's birthday. Congratulations on not dying another year.
Yeah,
We gonna talk about the important shit. That's how I said. That's how.
to my 30s.
Hey, that's
Thank
how.
you for living, nigga.
30s.
Hey, that's how I said what niggas gotta say to each other. We can't be out here giving long, elegant, hey bitch speeches and shit on birthday morning. I can't.
Boy, 29, man.
Hop on there at midnight telling happy birthday and shit. I can't do no shit like that. I gotta let the dust clear 29 years.
Because now I'm talking like, you know, shit, you get older. It's obvious. She's like, damn, I'm thinking back when I was 19. You like, damn, I was just like, damn. You feel me?
That's fucked up.
And I really was like, I've been relishing on all my Golden Glove moments, which like when I was 19. I was 19. Like during the moments when I was posting all those. When I was 19, so that's crazy.
Went fast.
Yeah.
That's how that shit be, man. Like, life go fast. I say that. And the older you get, the faster it go. And it's because you more cognizant of what's going on around you. When you a child, you don't know shit about no light bill. You're not seeing your friends, family pass away. You're not looking for nothing but fun shit.
Yeah.
When you get responsible, and then you understand the gravity of life and shit.
I told the homies, and then one of the homies was like, yeah, Solomon was on some shit when he was writing that stuff, and I was thinking, it's like, man, it's really true. Like, as like you feel more sorrow, like the more wise you get. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Because you're more aware of, like, damn, this shit fucked up.
One of the wisest quotes is ignorance is bliss.
Yeah.
But like as Juvii
Some things you
make reference to.
why the fuck I feel like this, you feel me? But it's like, ain't nothing necessarily wrong. You know, it's like...
He's referencing the all-wise King Solomon, who had a remarkable amount of wisdom. And he did make a comment in that the wiser you get, the more sorrowful life is. When you over-aware of what the fuck going on, it's hard to enjoy stupidity.
Yeah.
And people think you being too serious or you on there having fun, you too uptight, but you're like, this bitch just said that if he had twins, she'd let him run the train on her. and everybody dancing.
But you just wasted my time.
You know what I'm saying? And you have your awareness is heightened in situations like that, and you just can't bob your head or you can't go along with society. Because you too aware and shit. And like, shout out to Maurice, he said he hate how I break down movies. I can't just watch movies, man.
Sure.
He said, I'm sitting there, I'm looking for symbolism, you know what I'm saying? Oh, what the fuck is that? You know what I'm saying? Oh man, this shit is, and it's because your awareness is higher than everybody else, or the majority of people, I don't want to say everybody else, and it's not a stupid and smart thing, it's just that your mind is trained, or you train your mind to notice and see things.
Especially when it's that your craft or something in your arena.
Yeah, that's a perfect example of shit. But this is about Juvii. Hey, it's your birthday, bitch. You know what I'm saying? It's your birthday, girl, dude. Hey, I be got caught up on my social media shit, dude. But dude, and what else he was talking about was the boxing shit. And people don't know, man. Boxing is a lonely sport. You got your team in the gym, but once the commitment and the effort you put to it and shit, man, it's lonely in the context of ain't nobody there to bail you out when you throw a bad pass, you know what I'm saying, things of that nature. And he spoke about having to tap or trim it down, taper down in training, because you hear a lot of times that fighters say that they overtrain for fights. You know what I'm saying? Your body is a body. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, your body wasn't designed to go through these rigorous amounts of exercise and the training and stuff, and people just don't understand like what you got to put your body through to just be successful. With that said, you did say you had an opponent?
They gave us one, but I ain't really locked none down. They said they were gonna do it towards the end of the month, just to, you know, make sure they lock the opponents down. That's how they gonna do it. So we'll see, man. Hopefully they come through. You know, messing with you know. So
Do it seem like that show gonna come off?
Yeah,
I see you said you got free.
I think it's gonna pop off, man. But I ain't really been heavy promo like that, you know, and really selling tickets and putting the link out there. I'm like, well, I got the link, you know, for my meeting, my code and shit. But I ain't really go. I'm waiting till I get that contract with my opponent name, you know. So
Feel more confident about putting that out there.
so I can really, I ain't not trying to.
You want to be like, hey, just kidding, niggas. Come to the next one.
I'm already.
And it's been that before.
I'm already mentally kind of preparing for that shit, so I ain't heavy promo. Like, I throw my flyer out there every week, once a week or something like that, but I ain't, I'm just like, hey, I might have that 30 post and fight, Circumstances out of my control.
I want to get tickets. I actually want to buy a couple tickets and do some kind of giveaway.
I'm telling people to hold on tight. Yeah, I'm telling people to hold tight, man.
That's just building up the anticipation.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm definitely hype about it. I kind of felt icky. Can cool niggas say icky? If they can't, they can now. I just made it cool for niggas to say icky. I felt icky about it because it was the same day as my niece's open house. Shout out to Marie. Shout out to it getting postponed to July. You know what I'm saying? Now I can enjoy the fight without no fucking content. Now we gotta get Jason out of hour. No more. Hey.
The hotel is locked. They just sent me. They're doing 15, nigga.
Got your invoice.
Yeah. They like making those.
Listen, TCK gonna be making moves that day. You know what I'm saying? The entities that make up TCK. That's how come.
I definitely feel like we better pick up some heavy leverage here. Especially over this next league, you know, in the summer coming up. So I feel like we definitely got to fuck this shit off.
Y'all should understand, like,
This is my season, nigga. Y'all ain't understand.
Look at you.
It started. Look.
He gonna manifest.
Hey.
Voila.
I got to. Nah, go look at it, though. Nigga. Look at the months, nigga, that these niggas have made up, though. Coincidentally, starting in June, begins my season, nigga. The first letter each month for the next 5 months, nigga, spell my name. Understand? So it gotta be my season, nigga. It's Jason's season, nigga.
You said
June. I mean, we started July, my bad. July, August, September, October, November, to my birthday, nigga.
Hell no, that shit.
It's my motherfucking season, nigga. You see this steam rolling, nigga?
Fucking mind has been blown.
You understand me?
My mind has been blown.
My birthday in November, nigga. It's going down, nigga. It's already begun.
Okay.
Which leads me to the other man of the hour.
It's your boy, Jason Ritchie, a.k.a. Go Jason, a.k.a. Vanessa Williams, a.k.a. Send me the cash, a.k.a. Marty McHigh, a.k.a. Nigga, watch my motherfucking shit on More Material Monday, nigga.
Yeah.
Was that intense enough for you?
That
Tune in.
Did you
Every
like
Monday.
it?
Did that meet the TCK standards? Do we get the stamp of approval on that?
Listen.
Watch the shit, nigga.
It always meets the standards. I'm just pushing you to exceed the
Nigga,
standards.
I'm saying, make me be great, nigga. Make me be great.
Fucking Jason. His video is definitely
DJ KJ.
Go motherfucking Jason R on YouTube.
Please tune in. Every Monday.
Every fucking
Might
Monday.
be later that day, but it's gonna be on Monday.
Definitely. I had to get your introduction in.
Hey.
But was you about to say something else?
No. Hey, it might be a little late, but it's gonna be every Monday. That's all I'm saying. We're gonna do it every Monday. We've been rolling strong for
Definitely being consistent. Definitely being
it's
consistent.
like 2 months at this point. So that's something to be celebrated. So I'm gonna it's becoming a habit, like I said. So let's go.
And what I was gonna say is I'm privileged to be sitting between two people who make it go down June the 19th. People don't understand. It's a joy for me to be with some people who actually not just following their dream, but trying to knock that motherfucker to sleep, trying to knock it down, and y'all consistent in what y'all do. I know Jason done had situations where he done had people back out on him from the things you doing, you know what I'm saying? You put your hard work in, and it's been not reciprocated. Juvii the same way. He's had fights canceled. He almost had his career canceled, but he showed perseverance and shit, and he back, man, June 19th. I'm excited. This is as excited as I've been since yesterday. What's been going on in the world? Man. We lead in with a nigga who absolutely shook up the internet.
Yeah, that nigga.
Shout out and motherfucking word to Kwame Brown. Kwame Brown. Who was Kwame Brown, Jason?
Kwame Brown is that nigga. Residential former NBA star Kwame Brown was #1 draft pick. I don't recall the year right now.
2001.
Yeah, thank you. And he was allegedly a bust.
Up until a week and a half ago, he was a bust. Until a week and a half ago, he was a bust.
Nigga, now you like, you see shit my way now, nigga?
all my slander is gone. Kwame Brown, as Jason said, that he was a 2001 number one overall NBA draft pick, drafted by Jordan when he was the player owner of the Washington Wizards, the formerly known as Washington Bullets. Did you know he's called the Washington Bullets? They said they was against gun violence. They said no more bullets.
Wizards. You're gonna make the bullets disappear.
Wizards is, and this is how they introduced witchcraft.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Aside from that, Kwame Brown, he was, all accounts about people, and I always say that I think the only reason why we called him a bust or regurgitated that is because that's what we constantly heard. You know what I'm saying? It was what the pundits, namely the Stephen A. Smiths of the world, kept saying. They kept beating into our brain, which shows you how influential the media is.
More so that they built up the expectation for us, and that wasn't fair to that man.
Definitely. And a lot of people will say that it's what the pundits are supposed to do, the analysis, or what do I call it? Analysts.
Yeah.
But you are to analyze the game, if I'm not mistaken, and not the person. Because when they was going so hard on him that it seemed personal. You know what I'm saying? It did seem like I'm out here critiquing basketball. And astonishingly, Kwame Brown didn't say shit about this, at least publicly. That was known to many people for years. This 2021, actually 20 years now, and he's come out swinging. And what precipitated this swing, so to speak, is on All the Smoke podcasts, Matt Barnes, who's commonly referred to now as Becky with the good hair, Steven Jackson, Muslim Thug, and Gilbert Arenas was chopping it up. And there was some things that was said that Kwame took offense to, something about his contract. They fucked up his money. He was led to believe that Gilbert Arenas was saying that he fucked up his money, and then the gloves were off. Are you familiar with that part of the story?
Yeah.
He retaliated with some of the most vicious, goddamn uppercuts, haymakers. I've never seen one man take over the internet like this. Have you?
That shit was remarkable and enjoyable. Very highly enjoyable, even if you're not even familiar with the situation. Just tune into that shit.
Fuck in.
He gonna laugh.
He was out here and he gave him a chance, man. He gave him a chance to apologize. Now, as a
a fucking terrorist.
Hey, listen, nigga. As a man with an ego, which I am, it's hard for me to say apologize or else. Or else what, nigga? Yeah, that's my reaction.
Clarify
But
something.
I don't know if they feel like they owed him an apology. He felt like they did, but he's been going on, we call it rants, diatribes.
Shit, this is a fucking media junket. Like, he turned this shit into a, he finna have a show after this, like a reality show.
Episodes. Episodes.
Let me run down his hit list. And I think everybody who's been killed has been justified. Kwame Brown right now is a proverbial, it's no fun when the rabbit has the gun. He's the highlight of why internet is so powerful now, because you don't need a media outlet outside of your phone and Wi-Fi access. And it's a double-edged sword in some cases. Those people been talking about him for 20 years, calling him bust, saying he wasn't good, saying he was soft, saying his hands were small, he couldn't do this, he couldn't that. They said that nigga couldn't inhale or exhale, basically. Stephen A. Smith, which is called a lot of it. What's his? Oh, his handler, his old handler. Skip Bayless. He's called brunt of it. I almost said J.A. Adonde. Chris Broussard. I forgot the other dude name who do the show with Chris Broussard.
Fuck.
What's his name?
Nick.
Man? No, it's a black dude. I think he from
Ohio
or some shit.
Oh, you talking about with the dread?
You talking about LZ Granderson? That's what you talking about. It's the little Rob Parker.
There you go.
Rob Parker.
I didn't know who you were talking about.
He was not on me, alley, nigga. I'm out here.
I didn't know what show. I thought you were talking about
like
First
Barry
Things
Sanders.
First. Sorry.
I'm out here feeling like Barry Sanders. Nobody's blocking.
First Things First. Sorry.
Who else got it?
Shannon Sharp.
We're gonna get Charlotte.
Charlamagne.
Shannon Sharp.
Uh,
What's the girl name? Who always pop up? Jamil Hill.
Yeah.
What's the white girl name who got it too?
Everybody
Everybody was getting punched. Just know he was killing. Charlamagne got a brunt of it, and I really want to go to Charlamagne. Everybody want to jump in and say something about it. First off, let me say this. This is like the extended version or the remix of Hit 'Em Up. This is equivalent to Hit 'Em Up, in my opinion. Where everybody
just don't got a beat to it.
You want to be down with Santa on the bus, then fuck you too. The NBA, the staff, a record label, the motherfucking crew, fuck you too. He killed him. So when I say hit him up, it's because he's naming names. Kwame Brown has turned to the ambassador to the alleged flop, the alleged bum, the alleged person who just didn't pan out. He made a statement yesterday with confidence, and he said that anybody who's dealing with the media who's saying that they a bust, let me know. Point out who said it, and I'm on their ass. They gonna get some of my mama's cooking.
He's a hero.
He's a hero. My guy Wakandi, you call him. Jamarcus Russell, you call him. All you niggas who didn't pan out to the liking of the media or fans, call Kwame. Kwame, he's like a fucking lawyer on an infomercial.
Yeah, 1-800.
The nigga making 4 to 5 videos every fucking day, and it's crazy. It's crazy. And I said that he was overdoing it. That's how I first initially felt. Cause he got a video every 3 hours, and I said, man, he gonna burn down. Nobody want it. And I hit play and I listen to that shit. And I said, this shit get funnier every fucking time. It is fucking hilarious. My thing is, the thing that stands out the most is Kwame Brown is a much deeper thinker than most people thought. And that's because he never said shit. And we know that if you don't say shit, people just make, you know what I'm saying, they have perception.
As an oath. Yeah.
That's fucking perfect. I thought he was an oaf.
They really did.
And he turned out to be somebody who actually has thoughts in his head, independent thoughts. And what I respect most about him, that he seems to be an independent thinker. Kwame Brown didn't just pop up out the blue with these thoughts. If you go back to his YouTube page, you can see that he and I share a lot of the same thoughts. If you go back and go on his YouTube, he talk about the Black Lives Matter shit. He talk about these black people being galvanized by the media. He talk about how he don't like the NBA because it's quote unquote woke. What you take from it, man? Of course, real quick, Charlamagne jumped in and was talking about you don't mess with Kwame. You know, Charlamagne trying to make his attempt at humor, where he said that he from South Carolina like me. His father tried to attempt to murder his girlfriend and buried her alive. He's saying this is like, y'all want to mess with me because this was Kwame Brown took huge offense to. And he got to bringing up the fact that Charlamagne was once accused of rape, accused of drugging a 15-year-old girl. And he listen,
burst his ass.
listen, nigga, we will get you out of here like Mr. Liddy Pop. But when you in this area where you mention somebody's name, man, you got to be prepared for what's coming back. It's no gloves. The gloves are off when somebody's reputation or their family reputation online. Saturday, Kwame made a video saying that Charlamagne sent a cease and desist from talking about that bullshit. He quit calling Charlamagne a rapist. Started calling him a sex offender. So he didn't get specific as a rapist, but yeah. So yesterday, Charlamagne went on the Breakfast Club, gave himself the donkey today. And he explained that how he wasn't trying to start shit with Kwame, but he understand that how him trying to be on his side, quote unquote, that he ruffled a lot of feathers of people he cared about because they from a small town, South Carolina, where people know people. On the surface, it's like a man apologizing, being a man, and he said he was sincere in his apology, but
only till the nigga called you out.
Only till you didn't get the cease and desist. You know what I'm saying? So that's my quick take on Kwame. From 2 weeks ago to now, what has your perception of Kwame, like, how has it changed?
Nigga, that nigga hilarious. That's why I wouldn't have known anything like that about him, like you said, because you wouldn't even, since they portrayed him as maybe he avoided the media intentionally because of that, but I just thought it was the funny shit was That nigga didn't give a fuck, and he was so casual about it. This nigga playing spades while he airing niggas out. Like, cause I was like, what the fuck is he doing? Playing solitaire? And then you hear another nigga in the background. I'm like, oh, this nigga playing spades. He a nigga at where the fuck this nigga from? That's what made me start looking up. Like, where this nigga from? Talking shit like this. Oh, spades, real shit, and niggas out, like where it could affect their career shit, like they affected his. So I thought that was kind of I thought that was kind of dope, honestly, that the media got them shit shot right back at their ass, and they want to quote unquote ask the tough questions, but then they got their shit put out there, and they like, wait, my job, dude. Nigga, you didn't give a fuck about this nigga job or his fucking life or family in the streets. Like, nigga, it was after the cameras was off, nigga, y'all didn't care about how that shit, the repercussions of what the fuck came with that. And I felt that was honest. I felt like it was justified. I felt good about it, honestly. I felt good watching it. That's why I watch these videos.
I agree 1,000,000%. And what stood out for me is how he's not just, what he's saying is that these media people, they're not analyzing like the game. He said that, well, we all know that as a #1 pick, there's expectations upon you. We expect for you to be a world beater. If somebody in this capitalist society, if somebody give you a job as they hire you to be the best and you don't do it, you don't meet the standards and stuff, it's a little disappointment around with people.
Not first, you last, nigga, really poppin'.
What he highlight is, though, that he feels that was a personal attack. You know what I'm saying? Where every time you, Stephen A. Smith, from his standpoint, get on TV, you talking about how I'm a bust. Every time you overreact. And we know how Stephen A. Smith get, he's overly excited and shit. And he's a fucking minstrel show. He's definitely a character. And he said that he feels that Stephen A. Smith was doing the white man's bidding. He said that the way these pundits talk about him, he said it's like the white people can't do it, so they hire them to do it. And he cites the fact that they don't go hard on other white people or white athletes like they did him or other players. We know Stephen A. Smith has made his bones, so to speak, by killing black athletes. He's been on Kevin Durant, you know what I'm saying, super tough. He was on AI back in the day. And this is what he do. He's a person who just latches on and he look for to be salacious, and it's his job. And so that he can hide behind just doing my job, but you now in this new media, this new age, there is a way for somebody to critique your job. And the biggest critique of anything is when you critique it with the truth.
But before we get away from the racial thing, do you think, just to play kind of devil's advocate, that it's like that because it's such a, in particular basketball, and maybe basketball, that it's a disproportionate amount of, it's overwhelmingly black, nigga. It's like 90%. If I had to make up a random number.
I think that's definitely what somebody play on. But we didn't hear Stephen A. Smith going off on the Adam Morris. You know what I'm saying?
It's almost like understood. But
no, why is it understood?
Just because
Jordan drafted the same player who was a college basketball player of the year. He was like a darling for the fucking media. Like, white folks loved him.
I only mean understood in the respect of like white men can't jump type shit. Like, it's a stereotype that they're not good. So like, oh, that's white boy. He ain't. It's no expectation.
Yeah.
So, but to your point, they'll never talk about that white nigga like Christian Laettner. Right?
Yeah. Definitely, definitely. But it's easier to target a young black man. And what he kept highlighting was, I was 18 years old and you calling me a bust. But here I am, I'm buying my mama a house on a golf course and shit. You're not going to say I'm not successful. I own land, you know what I'm saying? I have my own business. I don't depend on nobody. Can't nobody fire me. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Everybody he's going at or going against or retaliating, they can be fired. And they still feel like they free. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to him, the person was considered to be a bum, stupid, useless. And he said, y'all judge me by sports. You know what I'm saying? Let's judge each other by life. You a rapist. Your girl got fucked by Derek Fisher. You ugly as shit. You know what I'm saying? So
fuck you. You was kind of cool, but fuck you.
but shout out to Kwame Brown. I don't know how this is going to unfold. I wonder if he has 15 minutes of the spotlight. But
It's an Oprah interview with Gail or something.
he not going on that shit. 'Cause he too aware.
They gonna reach out on me.
No, he too aware. No, they won't reach out. But he's not.
That's the real
He don't
story.
flow with the system. He's too anti. He's on there saying nigga too much. You know what I'm saying? Call niggas off the tongue. He ain't going, and he don't need them. That's the key thing. That's the key thing. He don't need them, so he'd be a fool to even. And I think he's way too intelligent to subject himself to editing. Because that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna edit the fuck out of everything.
They better all just being quiet.
That's what the fuck you do.
They don't know
That's
how.
what the fuck you do.
They don't know how.
That's what you do. Matt Barnes invited him to a fight. He really shitty at Matt Barnes. Because Matt Barnes said you can just keep my name out your mouth.
He said like that.
That's exactly how he says. And he said you can invite me to your dick. You know what I'm saying? Because he invited him to All the Smoke podcast. Me and Marty's been talking about it for the last year. Steve Jackson been the most fake thug I ever seen in my fucking life. He turned to a militant last year when his quote unquote brother got killed. Steven Jackson is what we thought as a child that somebody who was rebellious and ignorant, we thought they was a real man or a real nigga. You know what I'm saying? Remember how you thought somebody who was just crazy?
He took it like it is.
Hell yeah, and it's loaded with ignorance. And we, at some point, I know myself, I can't speak for anybody else, but we idolize them kind of people. We thought niggas who was thugs was tough, you know what I'm saying? We thought and I'm not saying somebody who was a quote-unquote intelligent thug, but somebody who was just hard, you know what I'm saying? And we didn't know they was ignorant, you know what I'm saying? And he's just proving it because he's damn near 50 years old, still talking about, I'm in the gang. You know, you that old in the gang? Man, good luck in getting out, nigga. Shit, but then Matt Barnes, his first thought process is fight, which I'm gonna be honest, I won't get up here in front. I've been there. You know what I'm saying? Where my solution to shit, well, let's fight. You know what I'm saying? But it's always been in the context of let's be men. It's not like I was given the option. This nigga want to talk it out in my defense. But y'all got anything else to say before we move on to something kind of parallel with it?
No, I mean, they on point with that one.
You gotta check out the video.
They really want to fight though. I ain't.
They ain't want no. Gilbert Arenas made it funny. Y'all get a chance to go look at this post he made maybe like 5 days ago, where he totally explained himself. Cause Kwame came out swinging at him too. He said, "No, no, this ain't what I was saying."
I was your teammate.
That nigga said, he said, "I seen you beating up bouncers and bodyguards at the club." He said, "I don't want none of that smoke." He went on there and made a paragraph this long explaining why he didn't want no smoke. And I mean, he did what the fuck he's supposed to do. Nigga, I'm not. That's damn. They on the 19th. Not me. I ain't got shit going on the 19th. That's Juvii. That's the J. I'm a L. I'm after them in the alphabet. Fuck. No, there's no L month. There's a July and there's a fucking June. There's no month that starts with L. Yeah. But he absolved himself in the situation and gracefully, Kwame allowed him to exit the room. It's like he like locked the door behind him. It's like he locked the door behind him, hit the locks and shit like, you know, this time he was on some John Wick shit this whole last week and a half. Moving on though, this is the 1 year anniversary for the murder of George Floyd.
I was saying convenient transition.
For me, Steven Jackson was absolutely gutted. Well, it's crazy because 367 days ago we didn't know George Floyd. Now he's been one of the most galvanizing figures in modern United States history between blacks and whites. Of course, he was choked out for 9 minutes or something like that. It was 9:13. What was the specifics?
I don't know.
He got choked, and he died recently. The policeman who killed him, Derek Chauvin, was convicted of the murder. He hasn't been sentenced yet, as far as I'm aware of. I wonder when his sentence is taking place. In regards to what they want to call social justice, do y'all think there's been any strides in the area of, what am I looking for? The relationship between police. It almost feels ignorant for me to say, but the relationship between black people and police. Has there been any progression? Should there be any progression? Or where are we at with that? What's the biggest thing that's come out of George Floyd getting killed?
I body cameras, where they had them out in the trunk, they had them. Shit, man, I don't know, man. This should be smoke and mirrors for real. Like, they can make it seem like, we gonna chill out for a minute. It's probably a protocol. Hey, just really relax. Just really relax for a minute. Then y'all pop back off here about maybe 2020-ish, or 5, maybe.
They like, I got to be more discreet or something.
Yeah, this shit too deeply
Because it's
rooted.
still happening.
It's too deeply rooted, man, for that shit to even be like.
When we say it's too deeply rooted, what exactly is deeply rooted?
They're like the feelings towards each side, you feel me, and just how it's been installed in them and shit. It's how I'm gonna say it's like it's installed in me at a young age. It was like shit, you gonna talk to them motherfuckers, you know.
And real quick, just to be actual and just to kill that stereotype, because I felt like the police was after me too for a long time. Yeah. One of your coaches is a policeman, right?
Yeah.
Do you feel that towards him?
No.
And this is a person he works with on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? And if somebody was ignorant, they would look at your coach like, oh man, he just want to arrest me and shit because I'm black.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's situations like that where it brings facts to fiction. You know what I'm saying? We know that.
He got me out of trouble.
Uh-huh.
He actually got me out of trouble. I pulled over for my license and shit. They was gonna take me out of jail, but he came and got me.
Didn't you say a couple weeks ago that they should defund the police?
You said, did I say that?
Yeah.
No, I said that was a dumbass.
You did.
I did.
Yeah, good call. I had you fucked up with somebody else. I'm dead serious though.
Yeah.
But it's a situation like, and this is how fucked up the world is. If you was to make a post, sharing a picture of y'all saying that every black person ain't good, every policeman ain't bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's bad on both sides, man. They would call you Versace wearing glasses, Uncle John. That's why you got them glasses on, you fucking sellout. Like, you have to go by the status quo because they want us right now to have that victim mentality.
Yeah.
They want us, they like us dealing with trauma. You know what I'm saying? When you are in a state of trauma.
I feel like they turn it on and off.
They do.
Like they decide when they want to turn it on and
I
off.
always say they tell black people when to be mad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas don't get mad to the news telling them to be mad.
Because
you know what I'm saying?
Because you react different under duress.
It's been murders, like,
Definitely.
it's been a few black on black murders, that's been kind of pretty, like, coming on, like, what the fuck?
Yeah, motherfuckers still getting killed by the police.
I mean something about each other though. Like, shit, we really should be mad about. Like,
Yeah, that part
like,
is
we
forever.
still out of line.
That's forever.
That we talking about unity, that should be dying off. So like, stop. Like, there's no check and balances.
Wando.
So it's like shit. It's really like fuck the police right now. Like, why
They not the issue.
why we ain't dealing with that shit? We need to be dealing with each other. You feel me? And motherfuckers ain't on that shit. They just going back to partying. Now how they open outside, they fucking in the club now. You feel me? So they back on the boats. Motherfuckers is doing everything. So I'm like,
I'm about to say that it seemed like they after they trying to kind of drown it out and deflect it with other shit like, all right, Asian lives matter or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And it's like that been mattering, nigga. Like, we know that. Like, why you bringing this up now? Like, you know what I'm saying? So that it didn't. And then like I said, people still gonna be getting killed. They just probably trying to dwindle the media attention that's spent on that to make you so that the perception is that there was a change. But no, there was a change in reporting. They started reporting it less instead of the happening less. So that's why people be like, it wasn't like this back when I was. Nigga, yes it was.
They tug at our heartstrings. They know that it's easy to galvanize us or get us all at one place. It's like now Agent, where the fuck their name was, K, on Men in Black. They get everybody and shit like this with the fucking neuralizer and shit. Like, they can program everybody based off. When you tugging at people's heartstrings, you going off their feeling, man, it's so easy to control somebody in their fucking feelings.
You call me a nigga.
It's easy to control them, and it's crazy to me, man. But in this past year, the only thing we noticed that recently, they said that one of the gatherings or whatever it was for the George Floyd anniversary was shooting. I don't know exactly where it was at.
Get your hand out my pocket.
I didn't even know that the anniversary was coming up, but I saw when I was in a gas station, like on the newspaper, like they asking people in Anderson, how you feel about the police? You know, I just don't trust them. We don't like the motherfuckers. Let's get that clear. In general, we don't like them. But you ain't nobody out here fucking with you like that in Anderson. Anderson ain't big enough for the police to fuck with you like that. You can catch him at the VP off work and beat his ass. You know what I'm saying? It's not, but what they do, they want to induce that idea that you want it. And the thing is, in certain cases, we are targets.
Areas. Yeah.
But again, I always tell people that you only a target and shit if you ain't a target. If you in the crosshairs. If you stand away from these motherfuckers and shit, they can't target you. If you minding your business saying to yourself, you ain't got nothing to fucking worry about for the most part. It's people who try to force integration. When you trying to be around people who don't want you around them and shit, man, guess what? Why was we stepping on roaches in the 90s? Because they shouldn't have been around us. You know what I'm saying? Had they been outside and shit like normal critters and shit, they wouldn't be getting raided in the face. You know what I'm saying? It's the raid on cockroaches.
But it's the same, bro. It's the same as going to a random hood, nigga. They gonna look at you weird and treat you different and be on your heels, nigga, because you not from around us.
But that's usually if you banging and shit.
But I'm just saying that you saying don't put yourself in that position. I'm not gonna go to the hood if I'm not from there to put myself in a position to get shot or robbed. You know what I'm saying? Off the strength of I'm not from there.
Yeah.
And that's back to what Juvii said. Niggas ain't no checks and balances. I can't even go to another black hood and feel comfortable.
Like, that should be a law. Like, you should be able to go any hood and feel like you at the crib.
That's the hood,
You hungry? You go
I don't know what y'all talking about. I'm good in every hood. I'll go in every hood. They gonna dab me up, give me an ounce of weed, pay the store. Yeah.
Hey,
Not TCK.
Hey, but them little niggas don't give a fuck about no respect.
They will
gonna go
shoot you in your fucking face.
You can tell that little nigga 16 years old. Excuse me, sir. Do you know how to?
Yeah, them niggas will kill you.
It's crazy.
I be feeling like a white woman around young black niggas, man. These niggas,
what they gonna do?
I be like, hey,
Little
on everything. Hey, they gonna, and you know what? That's fucked up. Hold on. I'm gonna recant my statement. I'm scared of the crazy ones. I'm not scared of all. I'm just scared of the ones who growing up and shit listen to Megan Thee Stallion.
But that's in any case.
These niggas will kill you and put you on TikTok. Look at this nigga head. He dead. You know what I'm saying? This the old nigga dead challenge.
Yes.
They had you on a challenge and shit, man. And that nigga have a successful rap single next week.
Nigga.
The world is fucked up. The world is fucked up.
Man.
But
fucking how you fuck, man. That shit.
And we not worried. We worry about the police and their alleged hate for us when we not worried about police in our own neighborhood and our internal hate for each other. It's never highlighted because it's not. We desensitized to quote unquote black on black crime. We desensitized to it. People be getting killed every day in Indianapolis. Black people, even babies. Yeah. Like I seen the news, a baby got shot, nigga. Wow. And a 4-year-old, and man, it made my stomach hurt. I'm like, what the fuck? Who was he beefing with? Nobody. He an innocent child. But no, why in the fuck ain't y'all put this on the front page? Because there's no value in blacks killing. It's not marketable. Yeah. It's like an HBCU. That's a black college crime.
They gonna look at that shit like, well, at least he was able to get a gun with no problem.
But there's no, in my life, man, there's nothing changed with the George Floyd shit. I see the police and shit. I still sit up straight. That's what I've been doing since I was little. It's just I'm trained, but I don't hate them motherfuckers. I don't like them. It confuses me. Why the fuck you go want to be the police? Why you want to chase a nigga full speed for stealing a bike? Some shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Because if you the nigga stealing the bike, you ain't got to worry about getting your bike stolen. And they head.
Man, but it is what it is. I'm not a person who's sit and say I hate the police. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand them. I don't like them. But I don't like security guards. I don't like motherfuckers who be paying attention to you when you trying to sneak shit into the movies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't like people who get authority and shit
Petty
for
officers
uniform.
is what they call it.
Yeah. Again, moving on. And I don't know, is this parallel? He did have a lot of social commentary between blacks and white. Paul Mooney, one of the greatest comedians, writers, and particularly writers ever. As far as the comedy game goes, passed away on May the 19th. Paul Mooney was 200 years old. Paul Mooney was going on 80, 79 years old, a couple months shy of his 80th birthday. He passed away, man. Paul Mooney, one of the greats. Paul Mooney was like one of the first people I realized that made me realize the comedians had writing teams sometimes for some of their acts. I didn't know that shit. I didn't know. But he's known for the old heads for his Richard Pryor shit, being a part of the Richard Pryor ensemble for the Richard Pryor show and writing for or helping co-write with Richard Pryor back in the day. And for the younger crowd, the same for the Chappelle show. A writer, Negro Damas, phenomenal comedian, very observant, very deadpan, tell you how it is.
That's the black dude.
That's what it was too, like the accent black dude. You a comedian, Jason. What's your favorite Paul Mooney joke, memory, or anything to that sort?
That's definitely one of my in my heart. But just the work of what he's done, just the writing. Like I said, I appreciate all the specials that Richard Pryor did. And if you know anything about Richard Pryor, and that's, you can't really appreciate Richard Pryor without Paul Mooney, because Richard Pryor, unfortunately, due to his circumstances, was a wreck pretty much. He couldn't just get his shit together, and but managed to be successful despite that. And a lot of that was having to lean on Paul Mooney for support and jokes. So that's like in my head, honestly, that's one of the biggest legacies he left behind. But just to see him work, one of my homies, I didn't get to see him work personally, honestly. One of my homies said one of his most memorable things was Paul Mooney was on a show that he did, and the first thing he did when he got there was he told all the white people to leave. And they thought he was bullshit. But no, he made their ass leave. He didn't start the show. He wouldn't tell one fucking joke until all the ass left. I thought that was powerful. It's fucked up. Yeah, it's fucked up.
Oh, flex.
Yeah, I was like, damn, to be able to do that.
You think that's cool?
No.
Okay.
No. Because I respect, I feel like everybody should be able to laugh at whatever, you know what I mean, together. But he was making a point to be like, niggas couldn't do this, and this is what y'all was doing to niggas back in the day. But it wasn't fair to them people at that time, because they ain't had nothing to do with us being treated like that back then. So,
well, I'll say it's cool, because I know niggas would have flipped the fuck out.
Because it was in modern times. It wasn't back in the 70s and shit, when maybe you could have been like, man, they still fuck with people.
Yeah, they still fuck with people, not. Yeah, I understand.
I agree.
I did have the fortune of seeing him in person. He was here in Morty's a couple years ago.
Damn.
First off, my favorite joke is when he was talking about Oprah. If you ever get a chance, go look up Paul Mooney, Oprah, when he's talking about Oprah, always try to outdo you.
Yeah.
When you telling your sad story and shit. Motherfucker like, what you say, somebody like they had an abortion. I don't know, just go look up Paul Mooney.
Richard Oprah.
Yeah, that shit's funny. He called her a fat skinny bitch at one point. Yeah, fat skinny bitch. Or one time he opened up, he said, you hear about Roseanne died? And the crowd got all somber. He said, but that bitch stupid, she ain't know. She got right back up. You know what I'm saying? Something to that effect, man. He was so fucking, like, no filter and shit. And guys, like, you don't have to be in the background. That's how come, like, if I was to be successful, I'd like to be successful in the background. Exactly. Because I don't want to feel like I have to conform. When I did see him, it was, unfortunately, he was damn near out of here. Like, if motherfucker told me, hey, man, Paul died in the car, I'd be like, man, I kind of knew he was about to. It was been like that. Marius, remember, we in there, he did a little bit. Nice. This motherfucker brought the crowd out. Big crowd. I'm talking about, this is packed out scene Morty's.
Yeah.
Paul Mooney was, you know what I'm saying, as he got older, he sat down and did his comedy. He was out there, he started off with his jokes, and then he just started looking.
Oh, shit.
He got to talk about this lady's titties. He is talking about them the biggest titties I ever seen. It's like that nigga forgot he was doing a comedy bit. This nigga just here just talking, not to her, But he started talking to her titties for like 10 fucking minutes, and the crowd was like, what the fuck? And, you know, niggas just had no reverence for sickness. You know what I'm saying? They not inclined to notice that this Paul Mooney, something wrong with this nigga. You know what I'm saying? They get to booing him and shit. I'm like, damn.
They started booing him?
Yeah, they booed that nigga. We paid to hear this nigga talk to titties. He wasn't telling no motherfucking jokes. I said, Paul on his way out. Me and Marty made a joke of it. He hung on for about 4 more years. This was like 2016. I got a picture with him though. I tell people I'm not a fucking groupie. But if I'm a fan of you, I'm a fucking fan of you. Yeah. I don't give a shit. It's a monumental moment. I can tell my children and shit that they don't know. You know, this was the first black man to ever fucking fly an airplane to the comedy show. And they'd be none the wiser. You know what I'm saying? But Paul Mooney, he was definitely somebody who I admired for his craft and his skill. Definitely a legend, as legends go in this country. And he gonna be missed by a lot of people and stuff. He like one of the last Mohicans of a fantastic comedy generation. Yeah. When we think about the Richard Pryor show, it was Richard Pryor, Robin Williams, Paul Mooney, legends who all gone. People who definitely left their impact on pop culture.
Johnny Witherspoon.
Bang, bang, how the fuck I forget him?
Because he was in the background.
And it's crazy though, man, that we talked about it earlier and shit. Dude, you 29, you was 79. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how life is, you know what I'm saying? So we can only pray and hope that we can get to this, you know what I'm saying? Like we can get this far. And
I be trying to stretch days out, nigga, on like I know this sounds stupid, nigga, but I be on some like, nigga, if I stay up longer, nigga, then the day longer, like it'll make shit last. Nigga, that shit escapes so fucking fast because you trying to cram it all in and it still ain't never enough time in the day. So you like, fuck. But like you said, it go faster as you get older, bro, like on some weird shit.
That's how it is, like, man. And so, you know what I'm saying? Shout out again to Paul Mooney, a legend. And that's that. 79 years, that's a long time. To somebody, it ain't shit to somebody who's 99.
No, that's
you know what I'm saying?
That's about like when you like.
He did good for a black man.
Yeah.
He did good for a black man.
Yeah.
That's good for a black man. I think black men life expectancy is like 51 with prostate cancer.
Woo.
We got a line. It's a line up against us, nigga. It's like a lot of. It's like he dodging bullets and shit every birthday and shit. You know what I'm saying? Man. Take a deep breath, nigga. Hope you make it. But 79 years again, congratulations you for being dope throughout those years. That about sums it up for this episode of Mr. Rogers Neighborhood. Oh, that's not this show. Anything you want to say in closing, do before you wrap it up?
Man, shit. I want to say, get ready for this motherfucking fight, man. You know, man, shit, we in the gym. Man, look forward to, man, just more shit from TCK. I'm tired. Look forward to more shit.
This is how funny you been, isn't it?
Make sure you look forward to more things on TCK, man. We got a lot of things coming up. Fight coming up. Comedy show coming up. I think we're gonna plan on maybe trying to do an event.
Oh, yeah.
So, man, we gotta probably do a live show or something like that. It's in the works.
Juvii will be beating somebody up. We haven't found a victim yet, but he will be beating somebody up.
It's over for their face, though. When we see who their face is, it's over.
We don't give a fuck who you are. We don't give a fuck you ugly or pretty. You leave this motherfucker with black eye. Did you, real quick, your predictions? We don't need no deep details, just off the cuff. Pacquiao, Spence.
I got no Spence.
Spence gonna knock him out. Wilder, Fury.
What is that?
Fury.
Which one?
I gotta go with Wilder.
July.
I'm gonna go with Wilder. Cause I don't know. If he really learned how to at least box a little bit and set up that right hand, then he gonna win. That's all he gotta do is learn to set that motherfucker up.
I don't know if it's about racism. I think Wilder gonna win. Yeah. And the reason why I say it, because Wilder can just learn two things.
That's
you know what I'm saying? It's that, but what the biggest thing of that is confidence. Because I don't think
taking Barrio.
I don't even give a shit about that. I don't think Barrio's fight though. I don't think they'd put Tank in the fight that he's gonna lose though. So I'm gonna say Tank.
Yeah.
It's a hot boy summer. It's a hot boy summer.
It'll be interesting for sure on the boxing side.
What about
starting with Juvii.
Wilder, definitely. Wilder.
Fury, man, probably I'm gonna have to go with Fury, nigga.
That's how come, you know, he doing the man's bid and he don't care about black people.
Hey, man. Hey, you right. Fury don't care about black people. They gonna get these hands. They don't care about your motherfucking costume. I had all the faith in the world.
What
this
the
nigga
fuck
right
he
hand.
got on? I'm beating his ass for having that on.
I had all the faith in that nigga right hand until the fucking before the fight. Before the fight even when the other nigga was getting ready. But yeah, I'm gonna say Fury, bro. Like
1,000 pounds.
you gotta convince me now, nigga. That was sad. That was a border
He did legs all the way to the ring.
Dumbass. But I wish my racism or my prejudices didn't override my common sense, because the odds are so fucking fucked up in Wilder's favor that I could have made a nice little bag off that fight had I bet with my fucking brain instead of
the last time.
Hell yeah. Now I gotta see what they looking like this time.
Right.
Yeah. But this is Jason. You got anything coming up?
Show at Riddles tomorrow in Chicago. It's just a little something though. I'm probably gonna do it in like 5 to 7 minutes at the most. Because of the nature of them open mics in Chicago, nigga, everybody a beast, honestly.
Harder.
Yeah, and so I'm going up there with a couple of my homies from out here, Juvii and Jimmy, Medina, Jimbo Comedy. So shout out to them.
Shout out to Jimbo.
It was a Damon Williams show, but Damon Williams ain't gonna be there because he got unexpectedly called to Cabo to do a show with Tom Joyner.
See you when I see you.
Hey, like, hey, these niggas, I'm on this cruise, nigga.
You know, Cabrini nigga ass, Cabrini green ass niggas.
But that's going on, and then so far I don't know what's going on. I might be at Helium before we get to June 19th. I don't have nothing currently lined up. But more material Mondays, every fucking Monday. It's a new video. Y'all go check that out. I'm just talking shit, really from last Monday about one of my favorite commercials. So tune in. You get to see
my nigga really got a favorite commercial.
Yeah, nigga, I got hella favorite commercials. So that's why I was like, I might as well go ahead and do this, because niggas don't even see commercials no more. You see them ads, but that don't count, nigga. Them ain't classic commercials. So I'm trying to find a lot of them old ones and talk shit and bring them to light. So
I gotta help you, man, because I ain't gonna lie. I have favorite commercials.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to wrap it up, though. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in to another edition of the best podcast you never heard of, The Conceited Nobody, episode 166. Guess what's next week? Episode 167.
167.